Okay, a common problem I've been seeing happen on M&P 45s is, at least on the 45s anyway, is a fail to fire. Other people have seen it on 9s and 40s, but I haven't seen it too much except on 45s. And Smith & Wesson is aware of the problem, and so they actually have a revised striker assembly. You can tell if you check inside your gun and you have a silver one, then you have the new one, and you shouldn't have an issue. Also, to take these apart, a lot of people go through the trouble of pulling the little piece out of the grip, use it as a lever or a pen or something, and move that lever inside to release the striker. You don't have to do that. If you bring the slide forward slowly to right about its normal position, pull the trigger, slide comes right off. Smith does that as a safety precaution so that when you put that little lever down, it pushes the sear down so the slide can come right off. People with Glocks have been known to shoot themselves in the hand by not checking that a gun is actually unloaded before they go to take it apart. But back to the striker assembly. It's kind of hard to see in here, but you can see that this is a black one. To me, this is common sense on how to get these apart, but some people have told me they don't know how to do it. A lot of people don't take these apart for normal cleaning. I do. It only takes a second. Use a punch, anything you want, something small. For those that don't know what this is a firing pin safety plunger. That little spring-loaded plunger keeps the firing pin from being able to move forward, so if you were to drop the firearm, the firing pin can't protrude and set off a live round if it's chambered. There's always something in the gun, like here on the Smiths, right here, when this piece moves when you pull the trigger, it depresses that little plunger, which allows the striker to move forward and let your firing pin protrude. So when you take these apart, you need to press on that plunger to allow it to come out. It's kind of hard to see in here. I'll get the other one out, see if it helps. You're going to press right on this area here, this way, and this edge here is what actually locks this rear part in. So if we press down on it, you can just get it to slide right out, nice and easy. And you push this plunger, put your finger over it. Sometimes it'll launch a little hard. This spring's pretty weak, which is why we're having fail to fire issues. Push that plunger, and then it comes out. It's literally that easy. And you can see the old one is black. The new revised one is silver. I don't know if you can see well in the video here, but it looks like you can see it. There's almost twice as many coils on the new one. It's got a lot more spring tension on it. You go to compress this, it's super easy. This one, it's really stiff. And what that does is puts a lot more force behind the firing pin when it strikes the primer, so you get good ignition. I took some pictures that I'll show of some primers that were light hits that failed to fire versus the new indentation that this new part makes. I already put it in and tried it out. I just figured I'd show people how easy it is to fix this. And literally drop your new part inside, push that plunger again, allows it to go past it. You push that till it clicks. Now you'll be able to actually get something on the back side of that. Take your retainer, press on it, drops right in. That's it. That's all there is to it. And you'll notice if you dry fire it with the old assembly, it's very, very, very light. You very, very faintly hear a click. The new one, it's a lot more solid. You can actually feel the difference in the trigger pull between the two. So that's the quick, easy fix for it for light primer strikes on the M&P. This part, well, the new one was $18 from Smith & Wesson. You may be able to buy it online. Smith's kind of restrictive on who they'll sell them to. You have to be a certified Smith & Wesson armorer to order the parts. So you may have to have a dealer get it for you, or you might be able to find it online. I hope that helps.